In the month of July, the spotlight is on human relationships. Specifically, two aspects will be the focus. One is the erotic, intimate, and sexual aspect of relationships, which in July will likely encounter turbulence. The other aspect is the familial, friendly, and trust-based side of relationships, which will be very much supported throughout the entire month. The biggest challenge will be to skillfully manage the two and consciously allow the feeling, sensitive, and connective qualities of the self to remain open and active. In romantic partnerships, this may prove to be harder than usual, but in friendships and family connections, or in any other trust-based scenarios, you may find just the opposite and feel very supported. By the end of the month, expect to be richer in experience covering the whole spectrum of relationship issues and prepare for an upgrade about your individual quest of self, much like in mid-June. Who are you? What lives at your core and what motivates you? If a self-imposed inner retreat or vision quest, including abstinence or a fast in your romantic life resonates with you, then the first 3 weeks of July in particular may well bring significant revelations and awesome clarity. In the meantime, intimate relationships with friends and family are going to support you as they fill up with new meaning, flourishing, and blooming. Between Wednesday, June 30th and Sunday, July 11th, an overall very pleasant flux will be active, with qualities that are bound to foster peace and calm, a sense of groundedness and sensitivity. The Sun in Cancer, representing the higher self on the chart among other things, will enter into a soft and pleasant sextile with Uranus, the planet of the future, perspectives, and ambition, in Taurus. In the zodiac, Cancer is the realm of the home, the family, and the nest, while Taurus means grounded and stable energetics. Within this period, everything related to nature, human relationships, and the feeling and emotional aspects of humanity are very well supported. It is also an excellent time for hikes, family picnics, and gardening. Simultaneously, almost to the day, another aspect between Mercury and Neptune may slightly blur the picture and cause anomalies within our active life. Mercury rules thinking and cognitive functions, everyday routines, and playful creativity. The square is a tense and frustrating flux that also has a damned if I do, damned if I don't, catch-22 quality. Mercury's aspect with reclusive and vastly passive Neptune may cause drowsiness for the entire 2-week-long period, lead to an overall sense of forgetfulness and lack of focus, or remarkably slow down mental and communication skills. In parallel with the sextile between the Sun and Uranus mentioned earlier, this is not a terrible scenario. Within the first part of July, we are still in the process of being filled back up and need not feel pressured or stressed to be productive. This period is also very favorable towards honoring the inner child. In case you notice imbalances or lack of proper care, pay extra attention to this youthful and innocent aspect of your personality. The first trimester of the month of July is energetically very supportive towards all things recreational and regenerative. Within the same timeframe, however, for a week or 10-day-long period, there may be turbulence in romantic relationships, due to the planet Venus entering into unfavorable fluxes with a number of planets. Between Saturday, July 3rd and Sunday, July 11th, Venus will be opposed to Saturn, the great disciplinarian planet, also renowned for ending things. Saturn is currently in the realm of cognitive and androgynous Aquarius, while Venus is in rather alien territory in self-centered and solitary Leo, which makes connection and openness rather challenging already. Saturn's retrograde motion is an extra challenge which lends to this period a more chilling effect on all aspects of romance. Between Sunday, July 4th and Tuesday, July 13th, Venus enters into another tricky aspect, this time with also cognitive and individualistic Uranus. The flux between the two planets has an almost steamy, yet frustrating quality that puts the spotlight on who we are in a relationship. Whether or not you are actively dating, in a relationship already, or looking for one, the next move may be unclear. It is as if the road suddenly disappeared, making it difficult to know where it might be going. What is working, reliable and solid, and what is not? These and similar dilemmas are likely to occur during this flux. Between Monday, July 5th and Wednesday, July 21st, Venus will also enter into conjunction with Mars in Laos, rather closed and self-centered realm in the zodiac. Venus is essentially a soft and graceful planetary influence, but in Leo, in this aspect with ego-driven and feisty Mars, she will likely be endowed with significant hot and explosive tendencies, forcing her smooth qualities into retreat. The two planets are also each other's complementary energetic partners. And as the tension between Mars and Venus grows, you may notice a heightened sense of sexual drive, especially if you are romantically involved. The mood for love may also induce quick and heated flirting and one-night stands, even when you are in a relationship. Another likely scenario with this flux is great and fulfilling sex after the skies came down with fighting between you and your partner. The intensity of this flux will be even more noticeable when between Sunday, July 4th and Saturday, July 10th, Venus enters and will stay in a grand cardinal cross including Saturn and Neptune. Between Friday, July 9th and Friday, July 16th, fortunately, another energetic channel will also be active and open. Mercury, the planet of thinking, cognition, everyday functional routines and communication, will be in the aspect of hope, abundance, and the future with Jupiter, the great benefactor planet. Jupiter also means advanced age and the elderly, making this period especially auspicious for charity work that focuses on this particular segment of society. Especially when Venus is in such a compromised position, throughout the month remaining in aspects that emphasize hot and steamy situations, you can find balance in the overly sexualized nature of relationships by maintaining a healthy attitude towards graceful connections and goodwill, channeling at least some of your awareness towards benefiting older people around you. Try visiting your grandparents, if they are still living, during this week. Between Saturday, July 10th and Tuesday, July 20th, another aspect will deliver a very similar message. Throughout the month of July, a major task will be to manage robust energies possibly sexual in nature, and to channel them, so they do not become detrimental to higher calling and higher self-definition. This process is best achieved by maintaining close and intimate connections with relationships that are decidedly non-sexual. Rather, the flux between the Sun and Neptune in this aspect also puts significant emphasis on charity work and a holistic attitude towards relationships that cover a wide spectrum to balance this month's also remarkably erotic and sexual energetic signature. Imminent in this flux is care and attention given to the elderly and finding meaningful ways to connect with them. Between Monday, July 12th and Friday, July 23rd, there is a chance you may get saturated with relationships in general as well as issues related to them. This could induce a desire to want to retreat, which in turn may lead to a frustrated, acidic physical and emotional state. You may be visited by long-forgotten episodes from your past, sometimes even with the possibility of people or situations resurfacing in the real world around you from way back in time. On Monday, July 12th, Mercury, the planet of thinking, cognitive functions and everyday routines, enters Cancer, the realm of the home and family, the nest and emotions in the zodiac. The focus will remain on relationships, but again less in the romantic, primarily erotic sense and much more on the human, intimate and feeling aspects. Mercury also means children, while Cancer is home of the mother and motherhood, and within this 2-week period the chance of conceiving new life is very high. When you have a chance, also seek contact with your mother in the middle of July, and spend lots of time with your kids here if you are able. Monday, July 12th gives another perspective on the energetic patterns woven throughout the entire month of July in yet another way. As Mercury enters Cancer, which puts the emphasis on soft and intimate connections, Cancer's ruler the Moon enters into conjunction with Mars and Venus, and the trio forms a grand cardinal cross with Uranus and Saturn on this day. This is yet another constellation that puts the spotlight on the nourishment you will likely find in relationships that are friendly and familial in nature. Romantic and sexual relationships are less supported as an area of success or as fulfilling experiences. Think parents and children, grandparents, siblings or family members and your closest friends. Between Saturday, July 17th and Friday, July 23rd, Mercury, governing the mental and thinking aspects of life as well as communication and everyday routines, enters into a smooth and pleasant flux with Uranus, the planet of the future, ambitions and perspectives from the zodiacal realm of Cancer, home of the nest, the family and familial relations. This is also a truly auspicious time for going on vacation, gardening, and being in nature. If you are thinking of starting a family and having children, this aspect provides plenty of support, and since Uranus is involved, artificial ways of conceiving are also very likely to go well during this period. Between Sunday, July 18th and Monday, July 26th, Venus, the planet of romantic relationships, will enter into opposition with the great benefactor planet Jupiter. As we have mentioned before, Venus is involved in a number of difficult aspects throughout the entire month of July, and this flux is no different. The cause of turbulence during this flux is likely to be about the future and your role in your relationship, especially if you have been dating for a while. This period may leave you vastly out of focus or feeling melancholy due to a retrograde Jupiter's position in Pisces in this opposition. Fortunately, Venus will be close to entering Virgo at 25 degrees in Leo. This means that despite the challenging energetic signature still coming from Leo, where Venus is in exile, you can expect things to unfold with a greater sense of ease and balance before too long. Between Tuesday, July 22nd and Sunday, July 27th, a flux between Mercury and Neptune will remind us of the importance of active resting and recharging. If you have children or aging parents or grandparents, this is yet again an excellent period to spend quality time together. And once more, if you are planning to start a family, this aspect is truly auspicious and supportive of that ambition, considering that Cancer is motherhood and family, while Neptune in Pisces has all the supportive energetic influences on conceiving and pregnancy. Between Tuesday, July 22nd and Thursday, August 5th, the main theme of July reaches its climax, and we will likely come to profound realizations about our higher self and self-definition on the one hand, and about who we are as partners and individuals in romantic and familial relationships on the other. This period may bring tension, the kind that keeps us on our toes and leaves us yearning to be at home in our skin once more. It is almost as if too much freedom and liberty to explore our personal issues got into our head, so much so that we are looking forward to things more mundane and practical. Having concrete things to do and healthy distractions may just be the blessing we need at this time. A favorable event on July 22nd will be a big help with this. Venus, the planet of social skills, balance and harmony, leaves Leo at last and enters Virgo, realm of the golden mean and practical everyday routine functions in the zodiac. This also releases Venus from the 3-week-long conjunction the planet had with Mars, which provided a marked hot and steamy energetic effect on the first 3 quarters of the month. A renewed sense of clarity in our emotional life will likely follow, as a sense of beneficent normalcy returns. Especially if at the beginning and mid-term of the month you had turbulence in your romantic life, from this point on, you may find it much easier and smoother to connect again, and welcome peace and supportive routines back into your lives. Between Friday, July 23rd and Wednesday, July 28th, Mercury, who up until now has been in rather favorable positions for a lengthy stretch, enters into opposition with sweltering Pluto in lockdown in Capricorn. This is a remarkable turn of events. In the first 3 weeks of July, everything that belongs in the realm of erotic and romantic partnerships holds tension and conflict, while relationships that are familial and friendly in nature and exclusive of sexuality are very well supported. With this shift, however, romantic life gets all the benefits and help, and at the same time, too much intimacy with our loved ones may lead to overwhelm. There is a good chance here to feel a regression back into young childhood in their company, or to feel like a blocked youngster for no obvious reason. The real test in July will be to arrive at this late stage in the month, and manage these two styles of relationships with skill and grace. On Friday, July 23rd, the Sun enters Leo. Energetically, this is the zenith of the year, when the Sun, center of our solar system, returns to home in Leo. This will be a very helpful event in terms of managing the complicated aspects of human and emotional relationships, likely providing a sense of gravitas with self-definition and our role among other people. Between Wednesday, July 28th and Saturday, August 7th, the Sun enters into opposition with Saturn, the great taskmaster, and also planet of great endings and strict boundaries. This also means that after a short period of coming up for air, we are entering a new phase of self-definition and exploring the true nature of our higher self. Much like in the first few weeks of July, when human and emotional affairs tested our skills in this process, this aspect between the Sun and Saturn brings the same quest to the next level, and the process continues in earnest. On Wednesday, July 28, Mercury, the planet of cognitive functions, communication, and everyday routine also enters Leo, which is the realm of higher self, showing us who we are at the core in the zodiac. This will also put the emphasis on retreating from the social and emotional aspects of life, so that we may focus on some deeper issues about just who we are in the world. Between Wednesday, July 28 and Saturday, August 7, the Sun, which governs our higher self and who we are at the core, and Mercury, which governs the expression of our core being, will be conjunct in Leo. After the major theme of emotional and relational discernment for the larger part of July, this flux will also give energy and emphasis to a sense of individuality and more detachment in our personal life. On Thursday, July 29, another very significant event happens when Jupiter in retrograde motion goes back to Aquarius. The planet spent only 2 months in Pisces so far, and during this year its real energetic presence is still within Aquarius. This means that in 2021, the focus is still on rules and regulations, cognitive activities, and the online world. Beginning in 2020 and stretching all the way into this year, after Capricorn, Saturn and Jupiter must finish their transformative work in Aquarius to bring about closure before moving on. Jupiter will do this first, when it finally moves back and stays in Pisces at the end of December. This will be the time when, after 2 years of lockdown and a global pandemic, the real healing may begin. Between Friday, June 30 and Wednesday, August 4, Mercury, the planet of cognitive functions, communication, and everyday routine, enters into opposition with Saturn, the great taskmaster and ruler of definitive endings. This constellation energetically means that after a period of jovial family time and perhaps a series of cordial picnics with friends in natural settings, the time has come to restrict our vibrant, outgoing activities once again. This is true both globally and locally, and a sense of retreat will likely be forthcoming. It is even possible, unimaginable as it is, that some regulations out of health concerns are reintroduced within this period, or that some other situation necessitates the same. Between Friday, July 30 and Saturday, August 7, amongst a multitude of fluxes that put the spotlight on the need for self-reflection and great endings, there is one that will bring much-needed relief and a taste for light-hearted, mundane pleasures. Venus, the planet of social skills, balance and harmony and especially romantic relationships, enters into the flux of hope, abundance, the future, and faith with Uranus, ruler of ambitions and future perspectives. Venus will be in Virgo in this aspect, which in the zodiac is the realm of everyday functional routines among other things. The two planets' flux will be very helpful in bringing back a sense of grounded civil existence at the end of the month. On the same day, Friday, July 30, another event provides a similar, beneficial effect. This will be true both for the collective and at the individual level amidst a rather heavy energetic period, all focused on self-reflection and inner retreat. Mars, the planet of individual ambitions, strength, resilience and ego, will leave Leo and enter Virgo at this time. Mars in Virgo benefits from less robust and more pliant and functional energetics as the planet's bright red energy is more toned down in this realm of the zodiac. At the end of July, after Venus and Mars have both entered Virgo, a mood for early September will likely set in. As a last bit of advice, with this taste of early fall in the forecast, you might consider planning a vacation or taking time out in the height of summer for the first 3 weeks of the month. At the end of July and into early August, however, be prepared to become active again in the social, physical, or professional sense, and do envision a second round of vacation time from mid-August as a reward.